Welcome to today's general board meeting. Today's date is January 27, 2026. On January 23rd, 2026, Governor Kathy Hochul issued Executive Order number 57, declaring a disaster emergency throughout the state of New York until February 22nd, 2026. This authorizes the community board to run this meeting remotely, and minutes will be taken for record keeping. The minutes will appear on our website within days and can be requested from Bronx Community Board 7 staff at any time. If you're calling into the meeting on the conference, controls will join in from landline or cell by calling up dial no number. To hear all available commands, enter star on your phone, *6 to mute or unmute yourself, and *9 to virtually raise your hand. This is how we will conduct our meetings, and I'll read our code of conduct. Bronx Community Board 7 has the right to remove a board member or member of the public from a meeting for engaging in inappropriate conduct, including but not limited to obscene, threatening, or harassing language, slander, threats of violence, personal attacks of any kind, or offensive inflammatory comments on the basis of ethnicity, race, age, religion, gender, sexual orientation, and/or disability. Members of the public who engage in any other behavior that reasonably impedes the orderly administration of the meeting while at a board meeting shall be removed from the board meeting at the discretion of the chair or a chair designee. So now we'll move on to our public hearing. Let me check my chat to see if anybody signed up. I'm not sure if Santiago is on the call already. Santiago, are you there?
Yes. Hi, Carl. I'm here.
Okay, so we will hear from Santiago, and let me see if I can share my screen. I also added the meeting packet in the chat, and the information that he will be sharing is on page, let's see, page 5 and 6. 5, 6, and 7. Go ahead, Santiago.
Okay. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Community Board 7, for your time and for hopping on this call. I know it's really cold outside. So thank you guys for attending nonetheless. My name is Santiago and I'm here representing Councilmember Oswald Feliz, representative of District 15. We have a pretty significant portion of Community Board 7. And I'm just here to solicit some feedback from the members of the board that are assembled here today. We've had numerous conversations over the last year or so about this city-owned property that's within the confines of Community Board 6. It's known as, the old Fordham Library, located at 2556 Bainbridge Avenue. As you guys can see in the meeting materials for the packet, I've included like a little bit of an overview of the history of this lot. As it currently stands, this structure has been abandoned for about 20 years or so, and that abandonment has been brought up to our office on numerous occasions, throughout our first term, and we've been engaged in conversations since then, with the city, with stakeholders, like the board, local nonprofits, in order to try and see how we can reactivate this site, just given how big the lot is. As you can see there in the materials, the lot itself is about 14,000 square feet. And as it currently stands, the building is being broken into. It's become a hotspot for graffiti. And, as I'm sure you all agree, we think the community deserves a lot more than that. So we've been in conversations about how we can reactivate it. Unfortunately, those conversations have been very, start-stop. At one point, the city was interested in using the space as a civil service exam center, but that proposal fell through. And so now, the option that we're looking at the most, and that I think we will be beginning to take, some early steps towards, putting into effect, would be the disposition of this city lot, and then ultimately the auction of the lot. I've laid out here, a potential auction structure that, based on feedback that we've gotten from the board and other stakeholders in previous meetings. Some of you might have attended the town hall that we held last year. We worked out with DCAS, the city agency that currently is responsible for this building. a potential auction for the building that consists in two phases. The first phase would be strictly limited, would limit the site to 100% community facility, which would mean that the winner of the auction would then have to use that property for some sort of community use. That would, maybe be like an office space for a nonprofit, a recreation center, something of that nature. In the event that there are no qualified bids under that first phase, then we would move immediately to the second phase of the auction, which would open up, the permitted uses to some sort of combination of commercial, residential, and/or community uses. And we think that this allowing this kind of mixture of uses within the space, would mesh well with what's currently in the area. In terms of the commercial, this property is right off of Fordham Road. For those of you that might not be familiar with it, there's also lots of residential in that area, and then obviously if we could include community use in that as well, we definitely want this to be a space that provides some benefit to the surrounding community. With that being said, we are restricting certain uses just based again on conversations that we've had with stakeholders previously. And so the uses that wouldn't be allowed would be college dormitories, substance abuse treatment centers, homeless shelters, settlement houses, and welfare centers. And as some of you guys can imagine, I know you guys, I'm mostly over at Community Board 6, but I know Community Board 7, one of the priorities that you guys have talked about a lot, as I've heard from my colleagues at the office, is about the concentration of these types of facilities within our district. And obviously, like I said before, we want this space, regardless of who wins the auction, to be able to offer something new, something of value to the district, something that brings additional activity to that particular area of our district. So with that being said, the overall timeline for this process would be about roughly 20 months. That's allowing about 12 months for a ULURP, from land use review procedure, and 8 months for the auction itself. Obviously, this is a very rough timeline, as you guys are familiar with. ULURP can sometimes take a while, and I've included a breakdown of the auction and the ULURP process in the following section of the meeting packet. So that's kind of where our thinking is at right now. We want to move forward with this avenue of reactivation while we continue to have conversations with other city stakeholders and city agencies to see if there is a city-led opportunity to keep this building within the public realm and activate it internally. The reason that we're moving forward with this in the meantime, however, is because in the last 20 years since this building has been in disrepair, there's a lot of needs that would need to be addressed in order to bring this building back online. The estimates that we're currently working with are about roughly $80 million. So that's kind of why it's been so difficult for the city to reactivate this site. Difficult, not impossible, but nonetheless, instead of just kind of leaving it there, sitting while we try to flesh out those conversations and fully explore those avenues, we want to kind of lay the groundwork for this avenue in the meantime. So with that being said, we would love to get your guys' feedback. I've put together a very, very brief Microsoft form with some very, general questions, about what you would like to see in this space, what you would especially not want to see in this space, and just a few questions to that extent, and some, asking for your contact information as well, so that as these conversations progress, we can keep you guys updated, stay in touch, and ask follow-up questions as well. So I know I kind of just ran through that really quickly. I just wanted to leave some space for questions. I know we have a busy agenda tonight.
Thank you, Santiago. And, Santiago has been coming to our housing, land use, and economic development committee meetings. So if you would like to hear a little bit more, you're more than welcome to attend those meetings. And the QR code was also part of your packet. So please do take some time to provide feedback. Thank you, Santiago.
Yep, my pleasure. I'll be dropping my contact information in the chat as well.
Thank you. So now we'll move on to Council Member Eric Dinowitz.
Good evening, everybody. I think it's the first time I'm seeing you, so I can say Happy New Year, Happy 2026. I hope you all enjoyed the year. First, I want to thank you because I was reelected last November overwhelmingly. We got over 82% of the vote, including every single election district in the district. That means every single election district in Community Board 7. So thank you. I'm looking forward to partnering with you again to continue our partnership. Just a few announcements from my office, and then I don't know if there's time for questions. Happy to take questions. The first is big news out of City Hall. As so many of you know, before I was in the council, I was a public school special education teacher, and a lot of my work in the council has been around education. And I was just named chair of the education committee in the New York City Council. And that means everything from birth through high school. And that, of course, includes we now have a subcommittee under my committee about early childhood education, this new big thing. So we're going to be tackling a lot of big issues. The first issue that we're going to be tackling and holding our first oversight hearing on is mayoral control. February 10th at 10 a.m. Of course, I encourage you all um, to come testify, share your thoughts with me. We know during the campaign, then candidate Mamdani made some comments about democratizing it, getting rid of mayoral control. Since being elected, he said he wants to keep mayoral control. Um, we also have publications from the state, which they research deeply mayoral control. We're going to be unpacking all of these things at the hearing. And it's especially critical now because the governor in her executive budget is considering renewing mayoral control as is for 4 more years. So mayoral control is our first topic, but we're going to be tackling all sorts of issues on this committee, as I mentioned, including early childhood education. And I'm hearing a bill this Friday. On January 30th, I'm chairing a hearing. It is a bill related to reporting on payments to early childhood care and education providers. For years, this has been an issue of these early childhood providers getting paid and getting paid on time. So we are holding a hearing on a bill this Friday. Um, Education, while it's my passion and my committee, it is not the only thing we are tackling in City Hall. As many of you know, I also chair I chair the Jewish Caucus. And as many of you know, anti-Semitism has been on the rise, to what I consider a frightening degree. Um, anti-Semitic acts of hate crimes make up more hate crimes than every other group combined in New York City, despite Jewish people making up only like 10% of the population. So, under Speaker Menon, we've put together an anti-Semitism package. But like most things that deal with hate, really the benefits are to all communities. So we have bills dealing with making sure there are safe zones around schools and houses of worship, saying you can protest, but it has to be done in a respectful and safe manner when it comes to schools and houses of worship. Bills providing free safety consultations by the NYPD for any house of worship. There's a bill about reimbursement for security cameras for houses of worship. So this is our effort to make sure that all of our communities are safe. The impetus for this was, of course, the significant and scary rise in anti-Semitism, but this is something that really is going to benefit every community out there. So we're going to get that done in the next couple weeks. Um, but not everything's great in our city, in our country. We know ICE, is terrorizing so many communities, and we are not immune from that. In our own community, we know people have been taken, including a elementary school kid from PS20. He was taken from our community. I think there was a while where they didn't even know where he was. The grandmother was scared and in and out of hospitals. Um, so we are calling for his release. And my office continues to be a resource for the immigrant community. We have free legal referrals. We have Know Your Rights. We've done Know Your Rights trainings. If you want to do a Know Your Rights training, we will sponsor it. We will do it with you if you have a community organization that wants to partner with us. We have print resources. We've purchased those red cards and Know Your Rights cards. We have them if you need some. We have them in English, Spanish, Bengali, Arabic, Korean, and I think one or two other languages. So please reach out to my office if that's something you need. Um, um, Con Ed prices are going up. So I signed on to a letter and attended a press conference demanding the Public Service Commission reject the proposed rate increases. Now, they increased them, but I think it's not as much as it was originally going to be. We've picketed with the nurses in CB7 and Montefiore for the ongoing strike. Um, and I think one of the requests you had last year was funding for a bench. In memory of the football coach Dwight Downer. And so we've committed to funding that. I committed to funding it last year. We have the funding allocated for it. So we're going to be able to get that done because we have the funding there in our budget. And lastly, just a reminder, our office is open for walk-ins from 9:30 to 5 o'clock every day, except that last Friday of the month, every day. And I see some people from Link here, so I just want to remind everyone we have a literacy zone in our office. And what that means is you come in for um, whatever services you need. I see Arabelle there, and they bring over books. We have a bookshelf, and kids can come and the parents can read to the kids, or the kids could take the books home. It's free for them to take home with our great partner, Link. And we have a lot of bilingual books. So whether you're English or Spanish, we have the books for you. We have that as you're waiting, take them home. And look, if you can't come to my office, we do office hours every month. Next month, it's February 2nd at the Mashalu Library. We'll have staff there. So if you can't make it to the Kingsbridge, our Kingsbridge office, come by, the Mashalu branch, and we will be there and help you out with whatever you need. So I don't know if you want to do questions or if I can leave it there. It's up to you guys.
Thank you, council member. Do we have any questions? We'll take one question. All right. It
I
seems
like
you
when there
were
are no
very, very
questions. It means I
thorough.
answered everything.
Very, very thorough. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Carla.
Next we'll hear from Detective Steven Echeverria.
Good evening, Carla. Good evening, everyone. I'm here with my partner, Officer Torres. Little difficulty getting on today, but we figured it out. I just want to read the statistics for the 28-day period starting on January 19th. Actually, no, a little earlier than that. But anyway, this is what's in the packet that's being shown by Carla at this time. So we're up 4% overall, 177 index crimes compared to 170 from last year. The major increases are going to be in robberies and felony assault, which we spoke about at the community council meeting. A lot of that is moped robberies, and a lot of that is also domestic assaults. Currently, we just got a new commanding officer. Deputy Inspector Asif Iqbal has taken over the command, and we said goodbyes to our previous Inspector Chase Maneri, who will be joining Patrol Borough Bronx. I did post up in the chat our next community event, which will be called Books and Badges. If you don't see it there, I'll try to throw it up again. It'll be held on February 18th at Chick-fil-A. We'll be teaming up with the New York City Public Library. This is going to take place during the midwinter recess week that the schools have. And we're really trying to promote reading to the kids during this time so they're not wasting their week off. I know they want to have a lot of fun and play video games, but we have to continue to encourage them to read. And we had this event last year. It was very successful. Each kid went home with about 2 free books and also a book bag, a bunch of giveaways from Chick-fil-A, and if they didn't have a school library card, not school library card, but New York City Public Library card, they were able to register that day. So we're looking forward to that. That's going to be February 18th at 2 p.m. at the Chick-fil-A located on Fordham Road. Other than that, if anybody has any questions, me and my partner are here. We'll be gladly willing to answer those questions. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. I see Chad has raised his hand. Chad, go ahead.
Hi. First off, good evening, everyone. Good evening, officers. Hope you guys are well and staying warm. I just want to get a sense of any updates with the. I think you mentioned that when the wheels and hubcaps of the cars are being stolen off the cars, that's classified as GLA, right?
Yeah, so that anything off a vehicle. So there's seven major categories. If you look at that thing, one is it goes down from murder all the way down, burglary, grand larceny, and then grand larceny of an auto. So anything that falls under grand larceny of auto that reaches the felony mark would be indicated on that. So depending on the total, but most, if someone's wheels are stolen, usually that's gonna go to a felony weight, and be indicated in the complaint. So as of now, down 16% from last year, 18 to 15. I haven't heard anything recently. I had to check with my crime prevention officer to see if there is if there's an increase. But just looking at the numbers for felony size, it doesn't look like there is any rise in that crime.
I'm just wondering, what is it that we as civilians, whether we have a car or not, what can we do to help deter these acts when from happening, if there's anything?
I mean, just as far as try parking your car in well lit areas. Try connecting with our crime prevention officer, who also, with certain vehicles, does offer wheel locks and different things that you can do. You could buy a lot of this stuff over the counter at your local, auto zone or any auto place that you could just put these wheel locks on. Make it a lot difficult for them to um, do that kind of crime. Amazon. Yeah, you could get stuff off Amazon as well. It's just a matter of just being aware that it's happening in the area. And you see this thing's happening, I would say like call 911. You should call 911 every time it happens so we could get a good indication of where these things are happening. But we watch video of this. These crimes taken literally done in less than a minute to 2 minutes. They steal all four wheels, put them on bricks, put them on cinder blocks, and gone in 2 minutes. So,
Getaway car.
when we do make these arrests, um, it's basically because proactive policing. We're getting the reports, we're getting the times that it happens, and we're looking to be in those areas during those times so we can make those arrests. Most of the time, when people call 911, by the time we get there, they're long gone. So it's really important to stress that people report these crimes, um, even if they don't have insurance or something where they're going to get their stuff back. It just lets us know where these things are happening. It raises the red flags for us to be able to be more proactive and addressing these concerns.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. We'll have one more question from Eric Urquiza.
Oh yeah, on Reservoir Oval,
Hello?
they stole my son's car.
Hello?
He came
Yep.
from Texas just for his car to be stolen.
Yep.
In less than a month. After they stole his car, a couple of days after that, they stole somebody's rims in the same area. 3341 Reservoir Oval, the whole circle over there. They just stealing rims like
Yep.
like CVS, like with this toothpaste.
So
It took them 5 minutes to steal my son's car. Um, and I thought the first thing they were gonna steal is the rims, but no, they stole the whole car. So there's nothing out there. Even we had a GPS tracker.
mhm,
Acura had a GPS tracker on, and the reason they couldn't find the car fast enough was because the person, that detective that was in charge of the case, was on
mhm,
vacation.
mhm.
Um, but they called us today saying that they found the car, but I don't know how bad the car is right now. But they did find them. But yeah, that's what's going on in Reservoir Oval.
Okay, that's one of the areas that I guess we are seeing some things going on, but we'll make sure that we let the officers know that that area's seen those kind of incidents. And then I'm glad they found the car and hoping that you know it's all one piece and maybe it was just a joyride that sometimes that happens, but um, yeah, just gotta do your best to, go old school, put the wheel locks, those old school wheel locks on the wheels. Um, don't leave anything valuable inside your cars. Make sure that your tires are, has those extra locks on them, make it a little bit more difficult. Unfortunately, Oval is a very dark area. And cars, at nighttime is a very quiet area as well. So just like Mushula Parkway, just like Goulden Avenue, Paul Avenue. Those are the areas in our precinct that they're better areas to live in, but unfortunately, those are the areas that criminals target to do these type of crimes.
There's also these cameras you can install that are actually wireless now, that you could get on Amazon. They have night vision. They have a cloud in case they actually dismantle the camera. By that time, their faces are uploaded on the camera. But by the time they realize it, they're already captured on camera. They have some rear cameras attached to them and side cameras, so they're not super expensive. I mean, it's something proactive you guys could do, the public could do, in order to at least capture the image of the people still stealing them before. I'm assuming they're gonna grab the camera, throw it out, or whatever. But by that time, the cloud captured already the image, and hopefully we can get a better idea of who did it.
All right, thank you. And we have one last question from Kwasi. Go ahead. You're muted.
It seems to me that when it comes to traffic enforcement, East 198th Street is abandoned. And see that there is need for more traffic enforcement on East 198th Street. There's a lot of double parking and there's a slow pace really. Let's put it this way. East 198th Street is abandoned by traffic enforcement.
So, how you doing, sir? And you're absolutely right. 198th Street is a major issue for double parkers, people parking illegally. We just on the 22nd at our last community council meeting, we had traffic enforcement um, and traffic tow also at the meeting, and they acknowledged that as well. Give me 1 second. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
So we brought that to their attention, 198th Street. That was one of the things that they said that they were gonna up the enforcement for over the next couple of weeks. Hopefully they do. We'll check back in with them again because they did admit to seeing a lot of problems there before our meeting that day. So 198 is definitely on the radar for traffic and for the precinct. We're going to continue to observe that area, and like I said, it is on the radar.
Yeah, it needs to be more than hope because it slows emergency vehicles down. And you see, emergency vehicles have to stop in the intersection for seconds before they can get access through that intersection of 198th Street and Valentine Avenue.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you,
dangerous.
Kwasi.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'll recommend to anyone that has any issues to file 311s. The 5-2 precinct now has a quality of life team, and they're very responsive when you submit 311s.
Well, I disagree with that because
Okay.
I know
Thank you, Kwasi. We have to move on in the interest of time, but thank you for your comments. I'll leave my email in the chat, and you can always email me, okay? And we can follow up via email.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, thank you, 5-2 precinct team. Chair Lawrence, that concludes the public hearing.
Thank you, Carla. All right. Now for my address. Hello, Bronx Community Board 7. Happy New Year. It's nice to be able to meet with the snow, so I'm glad we're we were able to take this virtual option, throwback to when we were remote for, I don't know, what was it, 2, 3 years. Um, just want to start on a note of positivity. Hope you guys stay positive. I see good things for the board this year. Um, let's keep doing the work. If you want to see change, be part of the solution, contribute to this community at your best capacity. Download the 311 app or call 311 and report any issues you see and follow up with us. Email us the report number so we can flag it for the appropriate agencies. Next, I'll be starting a new to our board members. I'll be starting a monthly address beginning in February. I often get questions from members about how our processes function, so I'm trying to take a step to help clarify that, informing you what powers you have as a board member, from our duties under the city charter to our bylaws and Robert's Rules of Order. I hope it'll be helpful, so just pay attention and stay tuned. And lastly, I have an announcement. We have an announcement to make. But before that, I just want to say that when I stepped into the role as chair, I had a vision of helping build a more sustainable community board, one that focuses on knowledge transfer and creating new leadership opportunities. So I want to highlight that we are fortunate to have a tremendous amount of experience on our board and on our executive committee. I encourage everyone during your committee meetings to ask questions, ask your chairs questions. They're very knowledgeable about, why something works a certain way or why they're doing it this way and how the process works. And with that in mind, I just want to appoint a new chair for our Education, Youth, and Communities Committee. I'm appointing Mohammed Bayo as our new chair. He works in the field as an educator. He has been a thought leader within the community. And most importantly, he's excited to step into this role and take on this responsibility and making progress as a board. So I just want to give Mohammed a moment to introduce himself to the board.
Hello, everyone. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I'm very, very excited. I mean, when I joined the community board, my whole goal was to kind of learn as much as possible. And I feel that in stepping up and being chair, that would allow me to, maximize that learning time. I'm very, very excited. Larry's and others have been very, very helpful in getting me prepared. And I know it's a long way, it's a lot to learn, and I'm here to take my time and do that properly. And I'm grateful for the opportunity.
Thank you, Mohammed. Remember, this is a team effort, so we all got you. To everyone else, to all our other committee members, from now to June to the summer, I want you to think, if you were to chair a committee, which one would it be and why? I want you to keep that in the back of your mind. Okay, now we can move forward. I believe we going into attendance now, right, Carla?
District manager updates.
I apologize. Go ahead.
That's okay. Thank you. So just very, very quickly, I've added all of the updates in the chat, so you can always go back and reference. We are hosting a free tax prep workshop tomorrow. It's at 6 p.m. It's also via Zoom. If you're interested, you can always email me for the information. We have also been awarded a $14,965 grant from the New York City Civic Engagement Commission to assist in spearheading this year's Bronx Borough Assembly committees. Where a group of 30 Bronxites are coming together to prioritize all of the ideas that were submitted during the idea generation session. And then I have provided a breakdown of how the money will be spent. So, like usual, money comes and it goes. And 3, Summer Youth Employment Program is open. They are accepting applications until February 27th. And it started in January 26th, so yesterday. Buildings are required to post if they have any. Hold on. Where did it go? Just one moment. if they have any rent stabilized units within that establishment. And you can read a little bit more about it on their website. If you go to signs, that you could access the signs that need to be posted, and you can always ask you landlord directly or you super for this information, and they should provide it to you. I also wanted to mention that there is a workshop being held on community boards and the public interest technology and the power in local politics. This will be held on Friday, January 30th. It's online. It's from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. But if you're interested in learning a little bit more about community boards and their role in our city government and local democracy, you're always more than welcome to join that workshop. And then for constituent concerns, you are more than welcome to always reach out to the office. We do encourage for a 311 number to be submitted, and then that number be elevated to our office. For any sanitation issues that you may have, we are more than happy to receive that complaint directly. You do not need to file a 311. And we are located at 229A East 204 Street, Bronx, New York 10458. This is my contact information and my phone number. I also wanted to mention, I don't know if Lourdes will mention this, but board member applications are opened. So you could join that workshop, learn about what community boards do, join our meetings, and if you're interested, you can always apply. The deadline to apply is February 23rd. Thank you.
Thank you, Carla. Great point. The community board applications are open, so tell a friend to tell a friend. Attendance, Betty?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm dealing with a new system here, so bear with me. Okay.
Okay.
Let me just I have the attendance in front of me, so I will start. Leuris Acosta,
Present.
Tasha Andrews,
Present.
Betty Arce, present. Yahaira Arias. I thought I saw her.
Present.
Okay. Mohammed Bayo.
Present.
Okay, just bear with me as I go down this list. Oops. Stephen Bogart Lebeau.
Present.
Monjour Chowdhury.
Present.
Right. Kimali
Do
Corley.
you hear me? Do you hear
Yes,
me?
I heard you. Yes, I heard you. Yes, Monjour. Kimali.
Thank you.
Present.
Okay. Thank you. Sandra Erickson. Okay. Just make a note. Alfred Grant. Okay. Lowell Green.
Present.
Helene Hartman Kudnowski.
Present.
Okay. Jean Hill.
Present.
Okay. Khadijah Kolya.
Present.
Andrew Leosa. Andrew. Jesus Lopez Jensen.
Present.
Marcus McClarty.
Present.
Kiani Oro.
Present.
Diana Penn.
Present.
Edgar Ramos.
Present.
Craig Richcard.
Present.
Yini Rodriguez.
Present.
Yini? Okay.
Present.
Thank you. Robin Roland.
Present.
Chad Royer.
Chad Royer, present.
Esme Satterlow. Mamadou Sawane.
Present.
Barbara Stranza.
Present.
Okay. Gwen Thomas Steed. Okay, absent. Kimberly Troncoso. Okay. Adeline Walker Santiago.
Present.
Jake Wilson.
Present.
Okay. I think I may have, I'm just going to go back because I think I may have skipped a page and I may have missed some names. Let me just check, please. Give me a moment. No, I think I got them all. So let me do a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 13. 20. We have quorum. Okay.
Thank you, Betty.
Okay.
So
Sorry.
the roll calls might take a while today because we are virtual. I'll ask all committee members to just be ready when it comes to attendance. So now, actually, Carla, you want to take over in the meantime?
Why?
No, that's the
Okay, I'm
that's
sorry.
so
Actually
you.
meant to
It's so you. You got
Gotcha.
this.
My bad, my bad. I see. All right. Now we'll go into the review of the previous month's minutes. You should have gotten an email with our minutes from last month. I'll give us a minute or two to review that, and then we'll vote on that.
Okay, let me just.
I move to approve the December 16th minutes.
I second it.
I second.
All right. Let's do the roll call.
Who seconded the call? Who seconded the motion? I'm sorry.
Momadou.
Mamadou? Okay, second. Okay. All right, so now we're going to do roll call. Okay, this moment. Lewis Acosta, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Tasha Andrews?
Yes, I approve.
Yes. Yes or no is all I need. Betty Arce, yes. Yahaira Arias?
Yes.
Okay. Mohammed Bayo?
Yes.
Okay. Stephen Bogart LeBeau?
Yes.
Monjour Chaudhary?
Yes.
Okay. Kamali Corley? Kamali?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Sandra Erickson is absent. Alfred Grant. Did Alfred Grant show up? Okay. Lowell Green?
Yes.
Okay. Helene Cartman-Kudnowski?
Yes.
Thank you. Jean Hill?
Yes.
Khadijah Kolya?
Yes.
Thank you. Andrew Leosa? Still absent. Jesus Lopez Jensen?
Yes.
Thank you. Marcus McClarty?
Yes.
Thank you. Kiani Oro?
Yes.
Diana Penn?
Yes.
Thank you. Edgar Ramos?
Yes.
Craig Richcard?
Yes.
Yini Rodriguez?
Yes.
Okay. Robin Roland?
Yes.
Chad Royer? Chad? Okay. I'll move on. Mamadou Sawane?
Chad says yes.
Chad says yes. Okay, hold on a second. Put that down. Mamadou? Maybe Barbara?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Barbara?
Yes.
Thank you. Gwen Thomas Steed? Kimberly Troncoso? Adeline Walker Santiago?
I think I abstained because I wasn't present at that meeting.
You can still, according to Robert's rules, you can, you having read the information. It's up to you. You want to abstain?
Okay, I'll put yes.
Okay, thank you. Jake Wilson?
Yes.
Thank you. Let me see. Okay. Motion passes. Thank you very much.
Thank
It's
you,
all
Betty.
yours, Lodies.
Thanks a lot. All right. So tonight we have 4 motions. Our first one comes from our Housing, Land Use, and Economic Development Committee.
Yes. So just gonna make this brief. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. The action and motion title is a City Health Care Center. The application to cancel restrictive declaration with special permit. The permit number CP 22299, pursuant to zone 74-902. That the applicant is surrendering at 2553 University Avenue, Bronx, New York, 10468. So the committee is Housing, Land Use, and Economic Development. To whom it may concern, to whom the action should be addressed to is the New York City Department of Planning. So the recommended action, the motion is to send a letter of support to the New York State Department of City Planning in support of canceling a restrictive declaration with special permit that the applicant City Health Care Center is surrendering at 2553 University Avenue, Bronx, New York, 10468, to build a 4-floor development with a condition that the developer construct a rooftop green space to compensate for the portion of restricted area, the green restricted area to be used for the project. So the background of the project is that the presenter, Paul, came to our November meeting and did a presentation there. The area will serve as a long-term care center and is also be referred as a nursing home. So Citadel would like to develop an existing building that they have and a portion of this restricted area to be able to incorporate that in the building. Right now, there are some people using the facility, but those folks will be relocated to some other place, especially in the headquarters. Now, there will be about each floor will have 43 beds and a total of 129. And then the place will create a long-term and short-term care for each people. However, short-term care could be given, and also other demographics could also have access. So this was the meeting that we had January 13th. Everybody voted yes on it, and it was passed in the executive as well. Everybody voted yes. Thank you.
I move to accept the motion as written.
I second it.
It's all yours, Lois.
All right. So if there's no discussion, we can go on to a vote.
Okay, all right. Let me bring it up. Okay, so can we just repeat the motion? Everyone understands there's no, well, we'll
Yeah,
discuss
if
that
anybody
afterwards.
have any
No, I'm sorry, I think according to Robert's rules, we vote on the motion first and then we open it up for discussion. Is that correct, Carla? Right? Okay.
The motion has to be seconded and then opens for discussion
Right, before we take a vote, right?
before the vote takes place.
Right,
Yes.
right. So, yes, so it's been seconded, so now we open it up for comments.
Yes.
Anyone have questions?
Any question, any concern, any comments?
I do have just a comment, the way it's written. This is Helene. It says, it reads, each floor will have 43 beds for a total of 129 beds. I think if doing the math, if there are 4 floors, I think you mean floors 2 through 4. Am I correct? Because you're not,
Yes.
there are
So,
no beds, so it's a little, I don't know if it needs to be amended, but I would think it would read better if it said floors 2 through 4 will have 43 beds per floor.
okay, so 43 beds per floor. I think the fourth floor, the fourth one is downstairs one. Carla, if we can, if that could be something that we
Yeah.
is,
Yeah, Mamadou, I wanted to say that Paul is here at the meeting.
okay.
Paul, are you able to chime in?
Yes. Hi, good evening, everybody. I think that would be an appropriate modification. That would be true. The lowest floor is a lobby and administrative space. So it's floors 2 through 4 that would have 43 beds for a total of 129.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, thanks.
So the lower floor is the lobby, so it's not included in terms of the beds. Okay.
So are we amending or making any changes to the
No, so
motion?
there aren't any amendments to the motion itself. This is background, so it doesn't
Okay.
need.
Okay, all right, fine, okay.
There is no other question, then.
Okay,
So, yes, yeah.
we can proceed, all right? Lourdes Acosta, yes or no on the motion?
Yes.
Okay. Tasha Andrews?
Tasha Andrews votes yes.
Thank you. Betty Arce votes yes. Yahaira Arias?
Jahaira Arias votes yes.
Thank you. Mohammed Bayo?
Yes.
Thank you. Stephen Bogart LeBeau? Stephen? Okay. We'll come back. Manjur, let me see. Manjur Chaudhary?
Yes.
Thank you. Kamali Corley?
Yes.
Thank you.
Can I just make a note? Andrew, I don't know if you've seen his message in the chat.
No, I haven't,
Okay. Because he doesn't have access to unmute, so he's communicating via chat.
Yes,
Oh.
unfortunately, we have to verbally hear you. It cannot be a vote through the chat.
Okay. Lowell Green?
Yes.
Thank you. Helene Hartman Kudnowski?
Yes.
Thank you. Jean Hill?
Yes.
Okay. Khadijah Kolya?
Yes.
Thank you. Andrew, I can't put down. Is he then present, Carla? We'll deal with that afterwards? I'll deal with that afterwards. Okay, let me leave it alone. Jesus Lopez Jensen?
Yes.
Thank you. Marcus McClarty?
Yes.
Thank you. Kiani Oro? Kiani? Deanna Penn?
I vote yes.
Thank you. Edgar Ramos?
Apologies, Betty. Kiani votes yes. I couldn't unmute.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Edgar
Ramos?
votes yes.
Thank you. Craig Richcard? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Thank you. Giving you a new name. Yini Rodriguez?
Yes.
Thank you. Robin Roland? Robin? Okay, I'll give her a moment to.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, thank
Chad Royer?
Oh, Chad votes yes.
Thank you. Mamadou Sawane,
Yes.
Barbara Stranza.
Yes.
Thank you. Adeline Walker Santiago.
Yes.
Thank you. Jake Wilson.
Yes. Jake Wilson says yes.
Thank you. Motion passes unanimously. Thank you.
Andrew Leosa votes yes.
Okay, it's even more unanimous. Let me put you down. And you are present. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Betty. All right, motion one. That was motion one. Now motion two. The next two motions come from the Education, Youth, and Libraries Committee. They both fall within the same vein and kind of support the same bill in a sense, one from the Assembly and the other from the Senate. We'll start with the motion to send a letter of support urging New York State legislature to pass Senate Bill S1018, which strengthens worker protections in school transportation contracts in cities with populations over 1 million, including New York City. So the recommended action is to send a letter supporting the bill. For some background, this bill proposes amendments to the New York State education law governing contracts for the transportation of school children. The bill applies to large school districts and seeks to establish stronger labor protections when transportation contracts change vendors. These changes are intended to promote continuity of service, workforce stability, and safety for our students who rely on daily school transportation. Our rationale for recommendation is stable and experienced school bus drivers and attendants are critical to student safety, reliability of service, and consistent relationships with families. High turnover during vendor transitions can lead to route disruptions, staffing shortages, and safety risks. This bill supports continuity by encouraging the retention of experienced workers, protecting wages, benefits, and seniority when contracts change. Supporting this bill aligns with this community board's commitment to student well-being, workforce ability, and operational reliability with New York City Public Schools. As a committee, we've been following the busing situation since the beginning of the year. So this is an issue we've been following the entire year. And we saw the madness and, transportation was up in the air when there were contract disputes. I summarized this and basically these bills. Well, actually, I'll wait for a discussion to share it then. Or I'll just share it now. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I move to send a letter of support for Senate Bill S1018.
Who is that?
Chad.
Okay.
Does anyone second?
I
I second it, Momodu.
Who is that?
Okay.
Mamadou?
Yes.
Okay, so as we enter discussion, essentially what these bills do is that they would require that when transportation contracts change, existing school bus workers retain key protections. Actually, Chad, I'll let you add color to it, and if there is anyone from the teams of the electeds who are writing these bills, I would appreciate some additional context. See you, Jack.
Do you want me to go now or
Go for it, please.
Sure. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jack Chavis, Chief of Staff for Assemblymember Tapia. Yeah, as was stated, I think that basically covered it. But right now, most of the school bus contracts that the city has, so the DOE has with the vendors, have these employee protections, um, and and because of state law, they can't rebid these contracts without and so what's basically happened is DOE has basically just been doing a 1 year extension of all these contracts for the last many years. And so they're very outdated. They haven't been updated since 1979. And so if they were to rebid these contracts without these protections, the drivers, rightfully so, would strike. So this would allow DOE to rebid these contracts with these protections in place and then make other enhancements and modernizations to the contracts so that we don't only have these 1 year extensions, we could have more stable contracts with the vendors.
Thank you for sharing. Are there any questions before we move on to a vote? Is there anyone from Senator Jackson's team that would like to add additional context? All right, with that being said, we'll move on to a vote.
Okay, give me a moment. All right, let me. Oh, there we. Okay, I wasn't ready. All right, fine. Okay, ready? Leuris Acosta.
Yes.
Thank you. Tasha Andrews.
I'm going to, I'm not going to vote. I'm sorry. I don't know what the word is.
You want to abstain?
Abstain, yes.
Okay, let me just make a note. Betty Arce, yes. Yahaira Arias.
Yahaira Arias, yes.
Thank you. Mohammed Bayo.
Yes.
Stephen Bogart LeBeau. Stephen? Okay. Manjur Chaudhary. Manjur? I'm sorry. Manjur? I think we're losing some people. Kimali Corley? Kamali?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Manjur
Thank-
Chaudhary, yes.
Thank you. Sandra Eriks is absent. Alfred Grant's not here. Lowell Green?
Yes.
Thank you. Helene Hartman Kadnowski?
Yes.
Jean Hill?
Jean Hill votes yes.
Thank you. Khadija Kolia?
Yes.
Andrew Leosa?
Andrew Leosa votes yes.
Thank you. Jesus? Let me make sure. Kamali, Sandra. I'm sorry, just give me a moment. Jesus Lopez Jensen?
Yes.
Thank you. Marcus McClarty?
Yes.
Kiani Oro?
Yes.
Thank you. Deanna Penn?
Yes.
Edgar Ramos?
Edgar Ramos, yes.
Craig Richcard?
Yes.
Yini Rodriguez?
Yes.
Robin Roland?
Yes.
Chad Royer?
Yes.
Mamadou Sawane?
Yes.
Barbara Stranza? Barbara? Kimberly Troncoso's out. Adeline Thank you. Because people difficult unmuting themselves. Adeline Walker Santiago?
Yes.
Thank you. Jake Wilson?
Yes. Jake Wilson says yes.
Thank you. Motion passes.
Thank you,
Okay.
Betty.
You're welcome.
So, like I mentioned, we have two education, youth, and library motions. The first one was via the Senate. This one is the same. We're supporting the same bill on the assembly side. If there's any state like experts here that want to explain why it works that way, I welcome that during the discussion. I just know that we're supporting it in the Senate and in the assembly, and eventually ends up on the governor's desk. It's the same carbon copy, recommendation, background, and rationale. So with that being said, I move to, I mean, does anyone support, what is it? Chad, you want to help me there?
So it has to pass through the assembly, it has to pass through the Senate, and signed by the governor's office. Unless the governor could veto it, well, we hope that she, but that's typically how that would work.
Got it. All right. So motion to, I'm sorry, I forget the language. Does anyone
I have a
second this
question.
motion? Okay, go for it.
Has it been seconded?
Robin seconds the motion.
I mean, who made the motion? Robin seconded. Who was it? Who motioned
made-
first?
Betty,
Who?
Chad made the motion.
Okay, Chad. Okay.
Robin Roland seconded.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
It's
Yahaira.
Lowell. I have a question.
Go for it.
Okay. Is the assembly bill number in the letter?
Yes, it is. It's Assembly Bill 8440.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay.
Are there any questions or comments? I appreciate this comment. Sadi, I'm just gonna read this out loud. FYI, after explanation in the Senate, discussion or debate, a vote is taken. If a majority of the senators approve, the bill is sent to Assembly where it is referred to a committee for discussion. If approved in committee, it goes to the full membership for a vote. If the bill is approved in the Assembly without amendment, it is delivered to the governor. However, if it is changed, it is returned to the Senate and updated to a new version eligible for action. The reverse procedure is followed if the Assembly first passes a bill identical to a Senate measure or if the Senate amends an Assembly bill. That's not confusing at all, but I appreciate the that's how it works out here. So, we're playing our
I mean,
role.
there's on the screen you can also see a little diagram
Flow
of
chart,
pretty
yes.
much the roadmap.
Thank you for that, Carla. Maybe this could be part of my communications to the board. But essentially, these are some of the small things we can do as a board to show that there's community support for these types of actions. With that being said, any final questions or comments before we move on to a vote? All right, so let's move on to the vote.
No comments. Clarice Acosta,
Yes.
Tasha Andrews.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Betty Arce, yes. Yahaira Arias,
Jahira Arias, yes.
thank you. Mohammed Bayo,
Yes.
thank you. Stephen Bogart LeBeau.
Wholeheartedly, yes.
Stephen, you were out for two other votes. Were you, you aware of that? I didn't.
Yes, yes. I had a
Okay.
bathroom break and I returned,
Okay.
but you already,
Okay.
went by.
Okay. Manju Chaudhary,
Yes.
thank you. Kamali Corley.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Lowell Green,
Yes.
Helene Hartman Kutnowski,
Yes.
Jean Hill,
Yes.
Khadija Kolya,
Yes.
Andrew Leosa,
Andrew Leosa votes yes.
thank you. Jesus Lopez Jensen,
Yes.
Marcus McLarty,
Yes.
Kiani Oro, Kiani, Diana Penn,
Yes.
you. Edgar Ramos,
Edgar Ramos, yes.
Craig Richcard,
Yes.
Yini Rodriguez,
Yes.
Robin Roland,
Yes.
Chad Royer,
Yes.
Mamadou Sawane,
Yes.
Barbara Stranza,
Yes.
Adeline Walker Santiago,
Yes.
Jake Wilson.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Betty.
Yeah.
All right. Stay strong, guys. We got one more motion. Next up, last but not least, Veterans Affairs and Human Services.
Thank you, Chair.
Floor is yours, Chad.
So I'm just going to look for the motion on my screen. So good evening, everyone. Hope everyone is warm. So I'm going to read off. Okay, so I'm just going to read off my screen and then you guys can see it. It's just easier for me. So the motion is for a conditional adult use. Let me turn this light off. I'm sorry. Conditional adult use retail cannabis dispensary proposed at 53 West Fordham Road, store number 1, Bronx, New York, 10468. The recommended action is to send a letter to the New York Office of Cannabis Management, OCM, recommending the approval of a conditional adult use retail cannabis dispensary proposed at 53 West Fordham Road, store number 1, Bronx, New York, 10468. Little background, a community board can recommend or choose not to recommend the approval of a business's cannabis license application to New York OCM. Specifically, the board can give an opinion on a business's hours of operation and or any issues. Community board must submit an opinion within a 30-day period of receipt of the notice. If I recall, I believe the 30 days would pass sometime in February. Is that right, Carla? I think February 16th. I'm not sure.
February 15th is the deadline to comment.
15. Okay.
Yes.
So we're asking for the board to vote on it. And a few things that we want to highlight. There's a clearance of distance that's required, 200 feet from any churches or place of worship, 500 feet from any kind of school, 1,000 feet from another adult use retail cannabis dispensary. Now, it does happen to have another active license within 1,000 feet, and that is at 25-27 West Fordham Road. And that one has a medicinal license. I'll open the floor for anyone who wants to make the motion or second it.
I'll make the motion to for this what is this?
I can read it back. To
Yeah,
send.
I see it. I
Oh, you
see it.
got
A
it. Okay.
motion for the conditional adult use retail cannabis dispensary.
I second that. This is Jean Hill.
Thank you, Jean.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll open the floor to any questions or comments. Anything?
Yeah, I have a comment. I know that we looked at some of their businesses, and one of their main businesses was located in Niagara Falls. I'm just wondering, I'm confused about their business because looking it up online, it doesn't seem like it's operating. The one in Niagara, if it was created in 2023 is what I'm looking at. I have questions. And at our veterans meeting, our Veterans and Human Services meeting, that wasn't the owner, who apparently is a veteran and a minority, registered as a veteran and minority-owned business. That was not even implied at the meeting, to which he also brought the lawyer, which we had to wait. So there's a couple of things that I think, would be a good idea to look into. That's just my opinion.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Lowell Green, what does conditional mean in the application?
Carla, you want to clarify that? I remember.
Yes. So this is just the name that the Office of Cannabis Management has given to some of the licenses.
Now I'm sorry, go ahead. I did remember at the public hearing, a question was raised if it was a medicinal or recreational, and they confirmed that it was recreational.
But does conditional imply that, what does that imply? It seems like there's
No,
some,
that's just the name of it. That's what they call it. That's all the applications that we have provided an opinion on.
Mhm.
They're all called conditional adult use retail cannabis dispensaries.
Okay.
Does that mean that they review them 6 months or a year and we have to revote? Or if we put in this application as is, it doesn't get reviewed again?
There's a 2-year renewal in my
Yes. So it works the same as the liquor licenses, where you have to renew every 2 years.
So would the condition, from a layman point of view, be given like guidance that need to be met? If those guidance are, exercised throughout that 2 years license, or the condition means just name condition?
Yeah, so the Office of Cannabis Management has a lot that they review. So they look at things like signage, security, everything that they need to have
Okay.
in order to have the license. So when it comes to community boards, what we are giving an opinion on is the location. And if they wanted to operate after 2 a.m., that requires also community board opinion. That's not what they're requesting. So now for the Office of Cannabis Management, the opinion from the community board is whether or not the board finds that the location is appropriate.
Well, this is Jake. I don't know how to raise my hand on the thing, but this is a cannabis shop that belongs to LLC. And it's from like they said, the first store is in Niagara Falls. So there are so many other counties up there on the way here to the Bronx. Why is it that they want to put another cannabis shop right here in our neighborhood? Why is that? When you got your own community that you can fill. But see, with an LLC, you can hide behind an LLC and you can go all the way to California and open up a cannabis shop.
This is Jesus. I have a question about the rationale for recommendation. The third bullet indicates that it should be 1,000 feet from another adult use retail cannabis dispensary. So that means that it can't be within 1,000 feet. I'm trying to understand because then there's an asterisk that says that there is already an organization called PharmaCann 269 feet away. So maybe somebody.
And I did reach out to the Office of Cannabis Management and they haven't gotten back to me yet. But yeah, so the text says that a retail, adult use retail cannabis dispensary cannot be within 1,000 feet on another adult use retail cannabis dispensary. However, Very Life is a medical facility. So I reached out to them to clarify if those were two different things or if we should use it as another cannabis dispensary. But one is medical and one is retail.
They're two separate things.
How many of those
as
do
far
we
as I
already
know.
have in our community? Are we going to let them flood it because they come from near and far? We already have one too many.
So as of now, Bronx Community Board 7 only has one,
That's
which is Very
good.
Life. Very Life at 2527 West Fordham Road.
Yeah, that's good. First of all, we need to close down, get those bootlegs closed down. We're gonna have cannabis shops on every other corner, like back in the day, how they used to have the bars in the churches. That don't work for me
Yeah, so if
in my
you see
community.
any unlicensed cannabis, any unlicensed places, you can always report those places. These are for legal facilities, which operate very, very different. They have a lot of
They already got
regulations
one, and they
in and
coming
around
all the way
signage.
from Buffalo. They can do it up there, up north. There's a
So
lot of space up there.
So I'm gonna jump in, Yahida. I'll let you go right after. I know there can be strong opinions about the marijuana facilities. I'm gonna push back a little and share my own point of view. And you know, I don't speak for everyone, but I do know that marijuana has existed in in our very communities for a long time. The difference is that it's now that it's being regulated and tested. Um, from the data I've seen, I think it shows how marijuana is less harmful than alcohol. I would love to see that energy towards all the liquor stores we have around here. Um, I think that when you look at the detriment, like what it does to our community, what alcohol does to our communities versus
Same
what
thing.
marijuana does to our communities, like we should look at both sides of the whatever, and consider the data and keep an open mind. You can go ahead, Yahira.
I think what needs to happen here is we get all these applications and we get all this conflicting information from the Office of Cannabis Management. Things change all the time up in Albany, and who's regulating this, who's putting all these laws into place. My recommendation is to table this motion, try to see if Carla can get in contact with someone from the Office of Cannabis Management, have a representative come down and explain to us, maybe have a workshop with us and explain to us what these things are and what the steps are, so that when we have something like this that comes before our board, we're not asking 10,000 questions, or we're not spinning wheels trying to get to a decision where we already know what's happening, right? We have one medicinal place, which we are okay with because we walk through it, we know how they operate, but we cannot control recreational. These are businesses. We are in a capital city. People want to make money. People want to, rise above whatever these licenses were that they weren't provided before. But we need someone to come down and give us a workshop, an explanation of how these things work in order for us to make good decisions on a motion like this. That's my overall opinion of it.
I have one more
All right,
question.
go ahead, Jake. Go ahead.
I'm
Those.
sorry.
Go ahead.
We have
Go
people's
ahead.
hands up. I'm sorry, and I'm just trying to make sure that we follow Robert's rules. It's up to the chair and to recognize Leuris.
Thank you, Betty. Go ahead, Robin.
Well, I also wanted to add that to as it's been mentioned that it seems like this company is not from the area. So if we are going to have legal marijuana shops in our community, it should be from people in the I would support people from the community before people outside the community, because they have less of a stake in the community and they just care about making money.
Fair point. Gene, you can go next.
The lawyer, when he came to the meeting, did explain about how these things are set up. He did go into a lot more detail on how they work, the type of security they have, and he went into a more deeper dive of how these things are done. The fact that they have a store in Albany actually, I don't think applies. It's like saying Walgreens can only be in certain areas. It's like any other licensed business. And from what the lawyer was explaining, these things get put into a queue of how you get the license, and you have to have the proper documentation even to apply for the license to even get a shop open. And it's not that people in the neighborhood can't apply for it. It's that it's just a very short window that they go through and so many applications that they take. And whether or not if anybody in the neighborhood applied for it, I can't really tell you because we didn't go into that section of it. But these shops are coming into the neighborhoods. We can try to see, can we have a limitation? If we have a medicinal one, then I don't see how we disapproving a recreational one because recreational marijuana is out there. As Laura said previously, it's been used all over the place forever. So that's nothing new about using marijuana in the neighborhoods. I'd rather see it licensed and then you can control it because they have an age limit. Nobody under the age of 21 can go in and just buy this stuff. They have very strict rules on how the business is run. So yes, we could get more additional information, but we need to understand that the time that we live in, this is what's coming into our areas. We can say that we don't want them, but it's going to happen. I'd rather see something legal than something illegal. And that's my opinion.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so in the interest of time, Marcus, I saw you had your hand up earlier. Would you like to comment?
So
You're muted. You just muted yourself.
you think I would have mastered this by now? My apologies. So I just wanted to let everyone know. So for outside of being on the community board, I actually am the AGM assistant general manager and half owner of a cannabis dispensary on Fordham Road, the old McDonald's. I do understand the conversation tonight on both ends. To a lot of people's surprise, a lot of my clients at my shop are actually older people. I know that was one of the concerns. However, I do understand the concerns of oversaturating the neighborhood. So I think that those are the things that we really should be looking into. Because as mentioned previously, they are going to come into our neighborhoods. Cannabis is really becoming more family friendly or like table talk friendly, especially with the president doing new researches and studies. However, I think the main thing we need to look at when looking into these businesses, making sure that it supports the community, it hires the community, and enables the community for the good and not the bad. So yeah. And if anyone has any questions or ever wants to come visit the shop, feel free. I'll give you a tour.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, with that being said, Robin, do you have something quick to say, or did you not? Did you forget to put your hand down?
I forgot to put my hand down.
All right, got it.
Okay.
All right.
So
So, we had
are
some
you,
good
I'm
chat.
sorry.
Yeah, short, please, please. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for stepping in. I did want to highlight something that Yahira had mentioned. I'm not sure if we could table this because of the deadline being
Right.
February 15th. Although on different circumstances that probably would have been a good idea. If there's no other questions, I'm ready to move forward the vote. If you want to carry it forth, that's fine.
Yeah, let's move forward. Thank you, Chad.
All right. Okay, on the motion on the cannabis dispensary at the address at Fordham Road, Lotus, how do you vote?
I vote no.
Okay. Tasha Andrews? Betty Arce, yes. Yahaira Arias?
Yahaira Arias votes no.
Okay. Mohammed Bayo?
Abstain.
Okay. Stephen Bogart LeBeau?
I vote no.
Okay. Manjur Chaudhary?
No.
Kamali Corley?
Abstain.
Lowell Green?
Abstain.
Helene Hartman Kudnowski?
Yes.
Jean Hill?
Yes.
Khadija Kolia?
Abstain.
Andrew Leosa?
Andrew Leosa votes yes.
Jesus Lopez Jensen?
Abstain.
Marcus McClarty? Can he
No.
vote? Can he vote? Yes, right? Carla? Carla,
You muted, Carla.
Yes, I am here. Sorry.
is Marcus can vote, right, on this issue? Because he described
I know. Well, he already disclosed that it may be financially beneficial for him if the business doesn't open. So I would.
Hey, I'm an equal
I would
opportunist. I
suggest you
won't even
recuse.
vote.
so
Yes.
he can what? I'm
Recuse.
sorry.
Yeah.
He recuses?
Recuse, yes.
Okay. Recuse. Kiani Oro?
I vote no.
Okay. Deanna Penn?
Deanna Penn votes no.
Okay. Edgar Ramos?
Edgar Ramos votes yes.
Craig Ricard?
Yes.
Okay. Jeannie Rodriguez?
Abstain.
Okay. Robin Roland?
Yes.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry. Robin says yes, okay. Chad Royer?
I'm abstaining.
Okay. Mamadou Sawane?
No.
Barbara Stranza?
Barbara votes no.
Adeline Walker Santiago?
No.
Jake Wilson?
No.
Okay.
And Betty, Tasha in the comments shared that she lost connection. If you can call her again.
Okay, let me just go back. Tasha Andrews?
Votes no.
Okay. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. Okay, I have to count this out, folks. Give me a moment. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, motion does not pass. Okay.
Thank you,
What
Betty.
is the, okay, and I just want to know what would be the process at this point? No, my question is, it didn't pass. Our opinion is advisory. Is it possible that this will still go through? Carla?
It could be. Now it's up to the state for them
Okay.
to review the application,
Got it.
all
Okay.
the paperwork that the applicant submits, and ultimately they make the last decision.
Okay.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you. We definitely ended the motions on a bang. So we'll move on to
Good.
sorry about that. We'll move on to committee updates. I'll ask my the chairs to keep it brief if possible. We'll start with education, youth, and libraries. So this is my last time doing this, by the way. I'm low-key sad. All right. At our committee, we voted on the two motions we support we voted on earlier today, and we also are we spoke about the return of the 2026 New York Yankees Community Leader Scholarship. So it's back. It's that time of year again. The Yankees are seeking youth leaders who reside within our community board boundaries. The target age range is 14 to 18. Submissions require a resume and reference letter that verify 50 hours of leadership or volunteer services or volunteer service. You can check our newsletter for more information, but we are looking for applicants. So spread the word. They must live within our boundaries. And yeah, thank you. Next, we can go to housing.
Yeah, so I'll make this brief. The motion that was passed basically is the same thing. We had only one thing to discuss, which is the Citadel presentation, and we had a public hearing where only two people from the public showed up. Paul was able to explain the background of the proposed building, Jewish home that is going to be used in the restricted area. And of course, just kind of repetition, the green space will be a rooftop and the 43 beds, and of course the 129 total. So the only difference here was the people who are occupying the place was an additional thing was discussed. That question was raised. And then Paul suggested that, Paul mentioned that those people will be moved to different city location, headquarters and other areas. And the facility will definitely be open to all demography, but most specifically the age or old age. And basically the same thing that was on the motion. There is no, according to the presenter, this is endorsed by this council member, Perina Sanchez. And yeah, that was the public hearing. As far as the committee, we were presented with this in our November meeting. So basically, Paul had to excuse because he has to go do something else. But we were briefed about this, so we just had to vote to endorse the motion. So that was that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mamadou. Municipal services.
I'm sorry, I had to mute myself. All right, basically we had NYPD with the new quality of life team. Brought a presentation, gave us some numbers. If you look at the minutes, you'll see some of the numbers included there. Sanitation also came to give a presentation on snow. I don't know why, but snow seems to be important now. But just a heads up, I had asked for there was a sheet of information about snow that I didn't make the packet. So hopefully we can try to send that out for the on the newsletter. But they gave us information at what stage what's done with the snow, like 2 inches. After 2 inches is plowing. After 4 inches is more equipment. And then once it passes a certain amount, then they'll start the snow melting process, which I think they're looking to start doing tomorrow. But that presentation is available from the community board office. I don't know if the link is on the minutes, but that's pretty much it. Any questions with sanitation, you can always call the office and they will assist with that. Thank you.
Thank you, Edgar. We'll move on to parks and recreation plus cultural affairs.
Hi, good evening, everybody. At the last minute, we had to cancel our parks meeting due to the fact that there was a major maintenance problem at the rec center at Williamsbridge Oval, and they closed the rec center for that entire day. So it was a little too late to find another place, but we will be meeting on the 11th of February. That's the second Wednesday back at the rec center. Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara. Last but not least, Veterans Affairs.
Hi, good evening, everyone. So I'm going through two different devices. So we had the public hearing where we discussed the cannabis application, where everyone gave a multitude of their thoughts and ideas. We also had a visitor from Neighborhood Self-Help by Older Person Project. Janasia Rivera is the outreach coordinator. So what she did, she came and introduced herself and her organization and how they provide services for some of our elder folks who are homebound. And they have an initiative where they want to try to increase the number of volunteers, in-person volunteers, virtual volunteers who can reach out to some of the elderly folks to check on them, make wellness calls, put a smile on their face, and we put their contact information in the minutes. Uh, Anyone who's interested has to be 18 years or older and provide 2 professional references, and they have to do a background check. We want to provide some kind of friendly assistance to the elderly population. And the next meeting that we have is going to be February 18th. And one of the visitors is Samelis Lopez, who is going to be discussing information from the Department of Human Rights. That's all I have for now, and thank you all.
Thank you, Chad. And I believe when it comes to budget personnel and ethics, Gene, you guys did not meet this past
No,
month,
we
right?
did not meet. Our next meeting is going to be on February the 9th, and all are invited, and we will be discussing some changes to one of our employees. So I encourage everybody to come out to the meeting. That's February the 9th.
Thank you, Gene. I will be there. All right. So now we'll come to the elected officials / elected official representatives portion of the meeting. We'll ask you to, I'll just call people up. All right. Is there anyone here from the mayor's office?
Yes, hi, good evening, Alina Dow. Oops, wow. Had to get my camera.
Hello, Alina. I'll give you a second there.
Hi, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry this camera is not cooperating. I don't know what happened to it.
I see you.
I haven't did a Zoom in a while on the phone. I've been in person so often. Hi, you guys. So officially, I am able to say Happy New Year because it's not February 1st. So Happy New Year's to everybody. Great to see you all. I am honored to say that I am still your Bronx Borough Director for the Mayor's Office of Mass Engagement. We are no longer the Mayor's Office of Community Affairs. I see all the hearts and thumbs up. I appreciate you guys. So we are still in transition, but as always, I am available. I will put my information in the chat. Please do not hesitate to contact me. Carla, I've been in contact with her. I was trying to catch up on any of the complaints. The mayor did want to know if there was any issues regarding the snow and our storm that we had. Obviously, that is something he's very concerned with and just wanting to stay on top of things. So I think for the most part, things were okay. I didn't hear anything. I was calling Carla. I was calling people on their private lines, trying to get everything in real time. Please, anyone that's from the community, we do still want you to reach out to your community boards because obviously they are your first point of contact. 311, when you contact them, that's very important. And then if things are not addressed, it comes directly to the mayor's office, which I am your contact for that. Other than that, I'm very happy to be here with you all. Thank you. I see all these messages. Thank you,
Thank you,
guys.
Alina. You got a lot of love putting the pressure on people.
So Bronx love, Bronx love. They know I love everybody back. So it's
BB7 love. All right, thank you. So is there anyone here from the Public Advocate's Office? Is there anyone here from the Office of the Bronx County District Attorney's Office?
Hi, how are you?
Hello, Matan.
Sorry, I'm having some trouble with my camera. So please forgive me for not having that on.
Oh, good.
I just have a couple of quick updates to share. One, I don't know if I ever got you all the final numbers on our gun buybacks. So I just wanted to share that last year in our 2 gun buybacks, we bought 365 guns back from the community, one for every day of the year. So we're quite proud of that accomplishment. And we're hoping to do a couple more this year. I also want to share that the DA's Youth Advisory Council has been meeting once a month, working on planning our youth summit that will hopefully gather a few hundred kids together. I'll have more information on that hopefully by our next meeting. And last but not least, we were supposed to have a reentry resource fair today. That's an event for people coming out of jail and prison to get resources that they need to get back on their feet. Unfortunately, we had to postpone it due to the snow. I don't have a flyer for that at this time, but I'll just share that it's going to be on February 24th from 10 to 2 at Sotomayor Community Center. And I'll just share also, normally I would stay after and hand out my card, but since that can't happen when we're on Zoom, I'm just going to drop my contact info in the chat. And if anybody needs anything from me, please don't hesitate to reach out. Stay warm, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Is there anyone here from the Bronx Borough President's Office?
Yes. Hi, good evening, everyone.
Bianca.
Hi, how are you? I'm sorry, I'm a little worse for wear from the cold, so please forgive me that the camera is not on. You guys don't want
Nobody needs to apologize for being off camera. It's all good.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, so very quickly, I know you already mentioned that the community board application is open. So it's live. I just want to add to that it can be found on the borough president's website, and also that current members who have a term expiring in 2026, please don't forget or neglect to reapply. You have to reapply in order to be reconsidered for your community board seat. And the February 23rd is the last day to apply or reapply. Please share the opportunity. And also, the borough president is very excited to invite the community to her inauguration ceremony, which will be held this Sunday. The doors open at 2 p.m. The program begins at 3 p.m., and that's at the Lehman Center for the Performing Arts. So there's a registration little QR code. You can call us at the office at 718-590-3500, and all the community boards also have the information, and I put the flyer in the chat. I just remember that. So that's it for me. Thank you, everyone. Stay warm and safe.
Thank you, Bianca. Edgar, I see you have your hand up. Is that an accident?
No, actually, I just had a quick thing. Just in reference to the borough president thing, will that get impacted by the snow? Because I know they were talking about another snow event possibly for Sunday.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that too. Well, up to today, we haven't heard anything, so I guess everybody's playing it by ear to see, what exactly is going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah, so just stay tuned, stay in touch with the board, of course, and our office is also available to answer any questions.
The reason why I raised my hand earlier also was because I just forgot to cover, just the FYI, as of January 1st, they are now giving summonsing for composting. That kind of happened quietly. It wasn't really announced much, but according to sanitation, composting can now be summoned by the sanitation inspectors. Thank you.
Thank you, Edgar. Before I move on, just want to double down on what Bianca mentioned with the community board applications. I look forward to a future where we are at max capacity with 50 members. Please share with your friends and family. We need to get more members, quality members on our board.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, Larry,
Oh,
I'm sorry, because I can't, I apologize. I somehow can't seem to put my hand up. So I'm trying
it's
to
all
find.
good. Yep.
So Bianca's comments got me thinking about our term limits. And I think at some point, we need to have a discussion about that, like
Yes.
who exactly is term limited and
Yeah,
what
yeah.
that actually means, and what that portends for our community board.
Thank you, Betty. Definitely, I'm prioritizing that discussion, especially for some of us who have been on for 6+ years. But we'll leave that for another day. But thank you for bringing that up. All right. Next, is there anyone here from Congressmember Richie Torres's office? Is there anyone here from Congressmember Adriano Espaillat's office? Could have sworn I saw somebody. Okay. Senate Member Robert Jackson's office. Senate Member Gustavo Rivero's office. I see you, Sadi.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm sorry
Oh,
from.
I'm sorry, real
Oh,
quick.
my bad,
Actually,
my bad.
I'll let Maximo you go after, but I see you. Go ahead, Sadi.
Okay, sorry. I know my text was a little confusing, so I'll try to find something that's a little bit more simpler. But the part that Leoris really echoed, it was just wherever the origin of the bill is, if they change it, it has to go back to it. So let's say the Senate introduces a bill, and then the Assembly votes on it on the committee, and they have changes. It has to go back to the Senate all over again and vice versa. So if it happens with the Assembly, that's what it means. It has to go back to where the origin of the bill came from, right? So that's pretty much it. It was a little confusing, but that's what it means. A couple of updates. I'll share with you the newsletter sign up. We do it weekly. We share what the senator's doing in Albany, right? Right now, you won't see him as much because he's in Albany from January up until June. So I'll share with you in a second the link for you to sign up. These are mostly in English updates. And if you would like to have updates in Spanish, we do have a WhatsApp channel that I'll also share the link. Last week, on my way to the 52nd Precinct Community Council meeting, we learned that there was an ice sighting not just about 2 blocks away from the location of the meeting, right? So 196 and Valentine Avenue. Um, there were a couple sightings. There was one person who was arrested, and with this, our office has been doing a lot of work in terms of know your rights information. We have distributed palm cards now over 30,000 palm cards in English, Spanish, Arabic, and French. We are hoping to make Bangla available very soon, but we want to make sure that it's accurate. If any of you know anyone who speaks Bangla, please feel free to contact me. I'll send my info in the chat in a bit. We also we launched a small business outreach program to protect our small businesses in the community. And I just shared with you an article on the senator doing this outreach as well. We have been distributing private signs that would require a judicial warrant to small businesses within the senator's district. For the majority of them, Northwest Bronx has a large number of small businesses, which we've canvassed so far 340 within just the senator's district. So that's 340 businesses who know their rights. We continue to host immigration and housing clinics. So if you know anyone who is in need of this assistance, please feel free to give us a call. And lastly, I always talk about harm reduction. I know we had a very thorough conversation a couple months back. We will be having the next harm reduction convening next month in February. It will be virtual. We're still landing on a date, but I know that this group is very interested in learning more about what does this mean for our community and how we can potentially, whether that's reduce, expand, or just simply learn more about what this means. Please feel free to shoot me a text here or email me. I'll put my email in a bit, so that you're part of these convenings of these important conversations that shape what our community looks like, right? I just want to echo what Lady said in the beginning, right? Be part of the solution, not the problem. If we just keep creating problems, there's not a solution to what we want, right? So, and we want to hear input always. So, if you can join, it will be virtual, most likely on Friday in the afternoon, but I'll send that your way and through Leoris and Carla always. Thank you.
Thank you, Sadi. Chad, quick comment or question.
Yes, hi, sorry. So the the flyer that you put in there that says private or no entry without a judicial warrant, is that specifically for small businesses or any kind of businesses, or can it be extended to multiple use buildings?
So right now, the way that we've been using this sign is only for small businesses, and there's a couple of changes when it comes to like, let's say, tax preparation offices, because a lot of them have bus-in doors. So, and they already have like a second what's it called? Like another wall, customer service, like I'm blanking on the name. So those already constitute as private spaces. They wouldn't necessarily warrant within the sign. So I'm talking about your local deli, your local lady at the salon who can designate a bathroom as a private area, who might not have a storage room, right? So these are the businesses that we're using these signs for.
So like a barber shop will be included as well, or a hardware store or something.
Yes.
Or what about a supermarket? Would a supermarket count too?
Yeah, a storage room can count as well.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I could circulate a few of them.
Yeah. I'll send you the flyer via email.
Oh, great. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sadi. Just to reverse a bit, I know we had someone here from Adriano Espaillat's office. Máximo. I hope we didn't lose you again. I'll give it a second before I move on. Okay. Oh, there he goes. You have your hand up. Just gotta unmute. All right, so I'm gonna let you figure that out. Feel free to, when you do unmute, and if someone's speaking, just let them finish, and then you can go right after. Is there anyone here from Assembly Member George Alvarez's office? Okay, Assembly Member Jeffrey Dinowitz.
Yes, hi there. This is Grace Torres. Good evening, everyone. I'm the constituent liaison for the office of Assemblyman Jeffrey Dinowitz. I just wanted to share that the Assemblyman is currently up in Albany as the legislative session has started. If anyone has any questions, concerns, or needs assistance, you are more than welcome to reach out to our office directly. My contact information is in the chat, and I'm always happy to help you connect with the right resources. Thank you so much, and I hope everyone has a great evening.
Thank you very much, Grace. To Maximo, do you want to try to just leave the call and then rejoining? Maybe you'll enter unmuted. In the meantime, we'll move forward. Anyone here from Assembly Member Yudelka Tapia's office?
Hi, good evening, everyone. This is Jack Chavis, the Chief of Staff for Assemblymember Tapia. Similar to other state legislators, Assemblymember Tapia is in Albany now until June, so you'll be seeing a little bit less of her out and about. This Assembly and the Senate are engaging in the budget process right now. We have a number of different budget priorities that we're working on. If you do have groups who are looking for state funding, now is the time for them to reach out. So they can always reach out directly to our office, and we can help consider them to receive funding. We also are pushing forward a number of our legislative priorities. I'll hopefully next meeting. I'll have a flyer that I can provide that lays out our legislative priorities. In terms of some of the things going on in the district, we're going to be doing hopefully monthly food pantries across our district. So once I have those location dates finalized, I'll make sure to share those. And next month, we're going to be doing a town hall, potentially at Monroe College, around the budget. So that'll be towards the end of February to hear from residents around their district and provide some updates around the budget process for this year.
Thank you, Jack. The flyers always help. We look forward to that. Is there anyone here?
Lawrence, if I may, I just wanted
Yes.
to say that I just recently learned that Monroe College is not Monroe University.
Right. Recently, that's pretty recent.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing, Carla. Is there anyone here from Assembly Member John Zaccaro Jr.'s office? Council Member Oswald Feliz?
Yep, I'm still here. I already spoke to you guys about the Old Fordham Library, so I'll just kick off by reintroducing myself. My name is Santiago Aena, here from Councilmember Oswald Felice's office. Besides the Old Fordham Library, a piece of news that we'd like to share is that the council member was recently appointed as chair of the Committee on Public Safety, which is a very big deal, needless to say, because public safety is something that impacts all of our communities and part of our everyday life as New Yorkers. We want to feel safe in our streets, in our schools, public spaces, and in our homes. So we want our community boards to help us in this new role with this new responsibility. You guys are on the ground in the community day in, day out, and so we really need that perspective in our new role as we conduct oversight on not just the NYPD, but CCRB, DA's offices, all the different city agencies that are involved with making our city safe. So we're going to be counting on you guys for that input. Besides that piece of news, we're still at our office at 573 East Fordham Road, where we offer all sorts of constituent services, whether it relates to housing. We have an immigration attorney that's there once a week, and it's now officially tax season, so we're also offering free tax prep within our office. on Mondays and Thursdays, I believe. Sorry. Just need to call our office to make an appointment, and I'll drop the information, the number to call, and the address for our office in the chat as well. So that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Santiago. Chad, really quickly. Question or comment?
Please give Councilmember Feliz my regards and congratulate him on his position. One idea to entertain, any kind of legislation to expand protections for citizens who are detained or approached by ICE agents in New York. I know Minnesota is a different animal, but I'm just wondering what we can do to add to the protections that we have. That's just an idea that I can think of.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's definitely something that, we're keeping in mind. When we say that we want to keep New Yorkers safe, we're talking about all New Yorkers, whether you've been here for 10 years or 10 minutes. You want to make sure that you feel safe. It is definitely a tricky area, whenever there's an overlap of, different levels of government. We have federal enforcement officers enforcing federal laws, and we also have, local municipal enforcement. So we're definitely, those are the type of conversations that we're going to be a part of in this new role. Don't have all the answers for how that's going to flesh out, exactly quite yet, but that's definitely, where our head is at. And, we want to encourage you and other members of the board to continue, pointing out, areas of tension, issue areas that we can bring into these conversations, learn more about, and then share that information with you guys as we kind of unravel, this very, very complicated, area of our government.
All good. We'll be in touch. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Maximo, you can unmute.
Sorry for the technical difficulties.
We got you. We got you, though. We got you.
Finally. Okay. Thank you all so much. It's been a great meeting. Just briefly, Congressman Espaillat has gone to Minneapolis. As chair of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus, he was part of a field hearing where many members of Congress were holding ICE accountable for their actions. There was a call for dismantling ICE, as a matter of fact. Later on, the congressman co-sponsored a resolution regarding the impeachment, calling for the impeachment of Kristi Noem. As some of you may have seen in the newsletter that I dropped down earlier in the chat, in the newsletter, there's a piece about Dr. Martin Luther King. And I just think, how January, started for us legislatively, as I just mentioned. It's also ending with the nurses' strike, which the congressman is standing firm with the nurses. And also the fact that, we have ICE in our doorsteps here in Manhattan, in the Bronx. And one of the things that I think we could do, as far as our outreach, is spreading the words, sending our tentacles out, through other community leaders. Like we have people coming in and asking for the Know Your Rights flyers. We're giving them out, and people are taking them to their neighbors. So I mean that's one thing that you could do in terms of outreach, and obviously our offices are also available for any federal issues that you may have. My number again, 646-740-3632. My email is maximo.javier@mail.house.gov. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Just a few more. Is there anyone here from Councilman Pierina Ana Sanchez's office?
Yes, present.
Hi, Brenda.
Hello. Thank you so much, Leoris. We're gonna miss you. So hi guys, everybody on CB7. I'm having also trouble with my camera, and I just wanted to make sure that I share with us the stated that we are celebrating Councilmember Pirina Sanchez, and all of you guys are invited. I will drop that information into the chat. Please be aware that the first 300 will be able to access food as well. And then the first 500 will be the cap of the attendees at Bronx Community College on February 10th, 2026. I have a few updates from our office that they wanted us to share with you guys. Just wanted to share that we have done some reform on the street vending system, and we improved daycare safety, expanded notifications for the Housing Connect applicants regarding their applications, and we have provided outreach to parents for their after-school programs in the district for their children's schools. I value your feedback, and if you guys want to reach out or find me, our district office is located at 2065 Morris Avenue, and the office number is 347-590-2874. I will also add that into the chat. Thank you so much, guys. Good night.
Thank you, Brenda. Just quickly to clarify, I'll still be our chairperson. I just won't be the education committee.
Oh, thank you for clarifying, because I'm new to this.
Making sure. All right. Councilmember Eric Dinowitz's office. Okay. So that covers all of our electeds. I do want to give a quick shout out to Sheila and the Norwood News. It's always helpful to have additional context in the chat. So I do want to say thank you for that.
Thanks, Therese. No worries.
With that being said, this is the close of board business. Thank you for a return of a virtual meeting. I know a lot of people missed that, so it was nice that we had the option to do so. We will meet again on February 24th. Everyone have a good night. Thank you for joining.
Before you close, I just have a quick question to ask. And I guess this goes to the electeds for the S1018 bill for protections for New York City school drivers. Is there a timeline where the bills will be introduced to the floor to be approved by the Senate and the Assembly?
Chad, I would have loved if you asked this question earlier. What we'll do is we'll check it out. We'll follow the state and all of those. We'll follow the bill on the tracker websites, and we'll follow it as a committee and as a board.
Okay, motion to adjourn.
I second that motion, Jean Hill.
Okay.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Safe.
Bye.
Good night.